listeners, this is just the stinger. But if this audio ever comes out, just know that if you found my body after this episode, she did it. Oh my. Titties. Yay, titties.
Pua, you're such a whore.
Pua titties.
Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things like communication and consent. If you are under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the Dude Bro listeners, this is the nerdy shit. Fuck off!
From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business. Sexual topics to explore your whoredom. Good if you're new or a kinky Yoda. Gotham Press Podcast. The nerdy kinksters your parents warned you about.
Hi, listeners. Welcome back to the Gotham Press Podcast. This is Titty Talk. Hi, everybody. Your captain here with some lovely guest hosts this time that have decided to just show their titties, and I'm okay with this. So, to introduce everybody from the top, we're going to start off with somebody that has been on before. Young lady, who are you?
Stage toy.
Stage toy? You came back?
Yeah. It was such an interesting experience last time. I had to try it again.
Back again.
Oh, who's singing over there?
Lovely Pariah.
Who?
Lovely Pariah.
Oh, hi there, lovely Pariah. How are you?
I'm just murderous.
I'm
great.
Listeners, I'm afraid. I am so afraid. But we also have a new voice. Wait, that's the goal?
I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
New voice. Why is that the goal?
It's Lovely Pariah.
Is that what she does? Is lovely Pariah just murderous all the time?
In the most cute way.
In the most cute way, ho. I don't know if murder and cute go together.
They do.
You haven't met her yet, then.
More importantly, mysterious voice, who are you?
It's Book Baby.
Book Baby. Book Baby, this is your first time, isn't it?
It is.
How did we convince you to come onto the Gotham Press podcast?
Titties.
Yeah, you know what?
I haven't seen yours yet, by the way.
That makes sense. Titties will attract. Who's that you're holding over there?
Oh. My boba.
Your boba?
Yeah.
You have a boba stuffy?
I do.
Does your boba stuffy have a name?
No.
It's got a fluffy wiener.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Are you trying to sneak them out?
Nope.
I think she was trying to sneak out her titties when I wasn't looking. I am going to look this way. I see nothing that's happening behind me now. I can only assume that everything is how it should be.
Oh, always.
All right. Well, you know what? We should probably get this thing going. I mean, the people don't listen to just hear my voice.
I mean, that's why I initially started listening.
Oh my titties. Yay.
Boobies.
Yay for boobies. I got
a little left out.
Fine.
Yay, titties.
Movies indeed. Everybody should love the moves. Okay, so we've introduced our brand new voices for this podcast episode. We should probably talk about something that is near and dear to the Gotham Press podcast, our patrons. Hey, patrons. Thank you for what you do, for what you give, so we can keep this podcast coming out every month to entertain and educate. If you're not a patron and this is your first time or your 50th time listening to us, if it's your 50th, why aren't you a patron yet? If it's your first time, welcome. We do have a Patreon available. It is patreon.com/Gotham Press Podcast. And you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And that little bit helps us keep the lights on, helps us keep the mics hot, and helps keep attracting beautiful guests like what I have today.
With titties.
With titties, yes. Yes, listeners, titties.
Turds.
One day we're going to have guests here. They're going to come just for the titties and just going to be my moves. Let's see here.
Bait and switch.
Not bait and switch. It was advertised that I have moves. Let's see here. So thank you, patrons. Along with our patrons, we also have sponsors. Our first sponsor on the list today is going to be JW Paddles. Do any of you ladies have experience with the JW paddle?
Pretty sure I do.
Pretty sure that you do.
You have some, right?
I don't have any JW paddles.
Oh, if you don't have any, then I have no experience.
Yeah, I'd have to ask Gadget.
Yes, Gadget definitely has a JW
Then
paddle.
yes.
Right.
Okay.
So what's your experience with the JW paddle?
They're very well made, mean little asshole things.
Mean little asshole thing.
Yes.
Why are they mean?
Because they're fucking paddles, man.
What if somebody enjoys paddles, though?
I don't know that person.
I'm sure you know that person. That person may not be you, but I'm sure you know them.
They're vicious.
They're vicious,
But very well crafted.
very well crafted, handmade, customizable. If you are in need of a paddle for your toy bag, JW Paddles is where you want to go. Now, let's see here. We also have, for those that are littles out there, we have our sponsor, Steel Brat Passies. These are customized pacifiers for adult mouths. For those that want to really just dig into their little space and want something that just screams out as soon as they see it, yay, I'm a little. So that will be Steel Brat Passies. You can find them on FetLife, and I believe they have an Instagram as well. Let's see here. We have our OnlyFans sponsor, which is Carmilla the First. Beautiful young lady that has amazing content on OnlyFans. And if you haven't gone to check out her site yet, you are definitely missing out. Let's see. Also, something that I'm pretty sure everybody at the table here has some sort of experience with.
Oh, yeah?
Do tell. What are you oh-yaying?
Thieves Touch.
Thief's Touch?
Uh-huh.
What do you know about Thief's Touch?
I know a lot about it.
Well, I know you do personally. What do you know about Thief's Touch floggers?
They're fucking magical.
Fucking magical.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're very nice to swing around and also to get hit with.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think also have them inserted in you in some way.
Oh,
Oh my.
Fluid bonding.
That is definitely fluid bonding. What about you, Book Baby? Any experience with a Thief's Touch flogger?
they're very nice to be hit with.
Hold on. Say a little bit closer.
They're very nice to be hit with.
Ooh, say a little slower, a little lower.
They're very nice to be hit with.
And you're welcome, listeners. All right. Yes, Thief's Touch, customized floggers. I think all of my floggers currently are Thief's Touch floggers.
I love that they're all from the same motherfucker and they do such different things.
That they do. He uses
Yeah.
different materials based on what you want. Let's see here. And lastly, thank you to our newest sponsor, the Dom Council. Because of them, we have brand new headphones.
Yay, Dom Council, put things in our ears.
Oh, I am not going to say anything about that.
And your ears, too.
Nope. We're just going to not do that. Oh, God. Now, listeners, if you need to know anything that we talk about, you can always check our show notes. Everything is listed on there, including what you want to do. If you want to call us and give us a voicemail or just talk to us, you can call Candy's Sweet Box. Candy's Sweet Box is 805-303-1173. So go ahead, give us a call sometime, and let us know what you really think about the Gotham Press podcast. Before I start on this journey, do we have any questions, ladies?
I'd like to know more about Candy's Sweet Box.
What would you like to know?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, well, you should definitely call and talk to Candy a little bit. It is a enlightening experience.
The best way to learn is to do.
I like, see, Sage Choice got the right idea. Let's see here. So I added a couple things to the rundown before this morning. A couple of movies are coming out later this year. Who here knows of Running Man?
Yeah.
I mean, we did literally just watch the trailer together.
I was asking more so about the original Running Man movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, not the original movie, although I've learned some things about the book. Get down!
Yes.
I have like a vague recollection of the original movie. Like, I knew the name, but the trailer looked really cool for the new one.
Yeah, the original, one of the things I found out after I moved here is, oh my God, they talk about Bakersfield in Running Man. Because
They talk about Bakersfield in a lot of movies.
they do.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because before moving out here, I had no idea what a Bakersfield was. It's like, oh, it's a field with bakers in it? I don't know.
Pretty common stuff just on like music tours and stuff like that too.
Yeah, we're
so.
big because of like Merle Haggard and
Not even just that, we have a lot of punk roots too.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corn's from here, so
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay.
that's what.
That's not the roots.
That's not.
That's a branch.
That's a branch, yes. But yeah, still, I had no idea what Bakersfield was. I had never heard of it. I wasn't big. I love listening to music, but I was like, oh, concerts, and I got to travel with. No, I didn't do any of that. Let's see here. But yes, new Running Man looks interesting. I didn't realize that in the original book of the Running Man, it was 30 days and not just like a game show. So,
How old is the original material from that?
oh, that is a question that I don't know the answer to.
I can find it.
All right, so somebody's gonna
Research
fact-
with your titties.
You say research with the titties.
So the
Oh, wow, she can do it.
the novel is from 1982, written by Stephen King under the pseudonym Richard Bachman.
Oh, I did not realize Running Man was a Stephen King thing.
I didn't either. That actually makes me a lot more interested.
I adore you both so much, it literally said it in the trailer.
I'm sorry.
Did it?
I was thinking about
Nobody
your
pays attention
octopus
to the
tits.
words in the trailers.
Anyway, so then the original movie, which is only casually related to the book, it sounds like, was released in 1987, and now the 2025 film is going to be a more accurate retelling of the actual novel.
Right, so that's going to be interesting. I'm definitely excited to see that, and that's going to come out in October, I believe it said.
I didn't pay attention to that part of the trailer.
It was literally in the fucking trailer.
The words were on the screen.
I love you.
It says November 7th.
Oh, it's November?
Yeah.
Wait, so what? Oh, no, the other
one, yeah.
All right, the other one we're going to get to, that's the October one. Anyway, so you have a note in here about ending.
So I have not read the book. I am friends with someone who has read the book, and their opinion is that it would be tricky for a Hollywood movie to accurately represent the ending of the novel without seriously upsetting a lot of people. I'm sure there's a number of reasons for it. So they're interested to see what they're going to do with the ending, but they also think that if they're not true to the novel, then they're doing a disservice to the story, and they're kind of screwing up the whole point of the story.
So what is the original ending to the book?
I don't know if I want to say it,
Yeah.
but people want to see the movie.
I feel like that's
I'm going to go with watch the movie, make an opinion on how it ends, and then go either read the book or do what I did and read the Wikipedia article.
That works too. So what we're saying is go see The Running Man when it comes out November 7th, you said?
Yes.
November 7th.
Now, this is not a 2-hour feature on the dance, correct?
Unfortunately.
It could
no.
be. It could be. Watch the trailer and tell us what you think.
I would go to that.
You would go to a 2-hour documentary on the Running Man dance.
Just someone doing it for 2 hours.
There's probably a YouTube video of that 10-hour Running Man move.
No, not a loop. Just somebody actually doing it for 10 straight hours.
Setting a new Guinness World Record.
I wonder what the Guinness World Record for that would be.
I don't know if it exists yet.
Oh,
Someone
somebody.
needs to step up.
No, that's a different
Run.
movie.
Run in place. Someone needs to run in place.
They ran so far away. They just couldn't get away. So, that's Running Man. The other movie, which I'm actually really excited about after seeing just the trailer for it,
Same.
is called Roofman,
I am significantly more interested in Roofman.
which is based on a true story. Oh,
really?
Yeah,
You
really.
said it right at the beginning. I love you.
Yeah, so Roofman is about a guy who, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, was breaking into fast food places by breaking in through their roofs. And this is early on stuff for the movie. He gets caught, he gets locked up, he breaks out, and then he hides in a Toys R Us for an amount of time. And the movie is mostly focused on him hiding out in this Toys R Us while he's trying to gain his freedom, as it were.
Toys R Us does have snackies.
Yes.
They do. They do have snackies.
See, and I think the direction they're taking the story is that when given a chance, people can become better and make better choices. At least that's the vibe I was getting from the trailer. And also it looked funny, and Kirsten Dunst is going to be naked, so...
Agreed. And I think that part of that too is it's challenging this notion that's just black and white of if you are convicted of a crime, you are bad. And that's not necessarily true either, too. So I like that they're exploring that. And I really like that they had that little segment, too, where they were diving into people's opinions on his intelligence level as well. Like, because we tend to hold really binary opinions of people who are in prison or jail. So I like that. And I also like, it seems like he's kind of like a nicer, kinder person than just regular, non-incarcerated people in some situations.
Yeah, like they're really showing the contrast between him and the Toys R Us manager. But it threw me for a second. I had to look this up. I had to look up the age difference between Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, because that bit in the trailer where he's like, you just look like this all the time, and he sounds like a college frat boy. And I'm like, isn't he like younger than her? No, she's 2 years younger than him. But there's something about the way he talks that always makes him seem so much younger than he is. Like he's 40 and he sounds like he's in his 20s.
I get that a lot too, just in general. Like, I don't know how to put this without too much information. The humans with whom I work are usually they are students generally, and they're usually surprised by my age, and I'm like, no. They're like, you don't look that old. And it's like, first of all, I don't have any candy. But second of all, you're confusing this with I don't act my age. Different thing. He doesn't either.
He does not.
In a good way.
Right. Like
Yes.
like I was saying earlier, I love him as an actor. Pretty much anything he's in, I'm down to go see.
Yeah. He's just fun. It's just this like fun vibe.
Yes, 100% a fun vibe.
And he's hot.
Yes, there is that.
Yes, he was in that.
Pretty to watch too.
He was in that one movie that I only watched for like the first 5 minutes of.
Magical Michael?
Yes, that one.
You were watching it for the plot?
No. I was watching it until the girlfriend showed her tits. I was like, yay! And I was done. Let's see.
Finishing early again.
Is that a problem?
Not for me. I'm A-okay with when I finish. Thank you very much. All right.
That was him finishing.
And done. All right. So yeah, Roofman comes out in October. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, what is this? Favorite board and video games. What kind of nerdy shit is this?
Well, we had to have something nerdy for the game before we all talk kinky stuff.
Yeah.
Before we all talk kinky stuff? Okay. So let's see here. What we have is favorite boards or video games and why. And let's see. Looks like first on the list is a Stage Toy.
Yeah, so I've got a couple favorites based off of my favorite board games are ones that I've taken to board game nights that have positive reviews. So I like things like The Wizard Always Wins is a great intro game. And with that one, I always get the reaction of, we get through one round, it seems really complicated, we play through it, and they're like, oh, can we try that again? And that's exactly what I want from like a warm-up game. And then I also really love co-op games because I feel like there's less bad feelings potentially at the end of them, depending on how people play. So I really like the whole Forbidden series, Forbidden Island, Desert, Sky, for that purpose, and also those are great.
Why does that sound like a trashy romance novel? Forbidden Island.
Because there probably is trashy romance novels named Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert.
Let's see if Fabio is available.
And then top tier favorite board game ever is Betrayal at House on the Hill. It starts off co-op and it lets everybody work together to get used to the rules. And then you set up a haunt and somebody becomes the traitor, and then now you're fighting against each other.
Against everybody or just against the one?
It depends.
Oh.
It's never a free-for-all, but the size of the groups changes and varies, and sometimes you're still all working together against an uncontrolled NPC-type enemy.
Now, do you know if that's the case?
Not until you trigger the haunt, which is based off of the room it was triggered in and the item that it was triggered with. But what I love is that there's like 50 different scenarios that can play out. Some of them are significantly better than others. Some of them are more balanced than others. But there's this repeated playability that really stands out to me because you're building the board as you go. And that's the same thing with the Forbidden games. And I think that adds more to being able to replay it without it feeling old and boring and stale. And we've already played this game 100 times before. It feels newish. It's got different challenges each time.
Even if you know everything that's in the game, it's not going to be the exact same way.
Yeah, you can't come in with a full strategy because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to be set up. Now, the Forbidden games, once it's set up, once it's randomized and set up, then you can strategize. And that's a lot of fun. But you can't really like come in with a preset strategy like you can for other games.
Gotcha. All right, and let's see what else you got on your list here. FFAC.
Those are my video games. I like Animal Crossing because it's just chill. And I like Final Fantasy because it's nostalgic and I don't have to play with anyone. Those are my like me time things. Board games are for friends. Video games are for me.
What's funny is when I saw AC, I did not think Animal Crossing. I was like, she plays Assassin's Creed?
Not at all. No, I don't play anything that requires skill.
She plays Armored Core?
I don't even know what that is.
That tells you that I play a lot of video games.
Yeah, and I don't play video games that require skill because then it becomes something that should be relaxing is just aggravating and frustrating. So, Final Fantasy, Dragon Age, and Animal Crossing.
Okay, I get you. All right, let's see here. Did you have anything else that you wanted to say on that? Or are we moving on to the book, baby?
No, those are my opinions. Those are my favorites, why I like them.
All right. Book, baby, you're up next.
Well, I like to play D&D, but I tried to be the DM, and I'm not good at that. I like writing, but like trying to do it on the fly, I can't. It's too many variables, too many things. But I like the idea of D&D, and I like playing it as a player.
It takes a special type to be a DM.
It for sure does.
Yeah, we usually call them fools. Yeah, who would be a DM? Gee, that's terrible. Got to come up with ideas and stuff, make the story interesting for everybody. Ugh, too much stress.
Here's a question for you, Cap, since you're bringing this up. Do you think your experience as a Dom assists your abilities as a DM, or do you think that your experience as a DM
vice versa?
enhances?
Yes.
Yeah.
100% yes.
Back and forth, or one more than the other?
Back and forth, because with being a DM, you have to be able to come up with new things on the fly based on what your players do. And how that goes with being a Dom is if you're in the middle of a scene and it's like, oh, hey, this thing isn't working out, you can quickly like do the calculate, oh, let me switch over to this thing instead without ending the scene, without, saying, oh my God, we're not working out, this is terrible. It's like, all right, well, we're just going to move on to this and try to do it as seamlessly as possible.
That's why I hate topping.
That's why you hate topping?
That's why I limit it to my very favorite people. Because it gets...
You mean the people at the table?
Yeah. At the table, yeah. Yay. These are the people I've topped for. There's been another one, but she's not around, so...
All right. Let's see here. So, I'm sorry. We kind of interrupted you.
That's okay. Like I'm not really a board game person. I will with like friends and stuff. And I'm all about like experiences with friends especially. So I'm down to try. But like I like card games and like Dominoes and stuff like that with better rules.
Do you have a particularly favorite card game?
Not really.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
She
Oh,
just wants other people to tell her what to do.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
yeah. It is hot telling people what to do. All right. Oh, crap, it's me. All right. So you're going to get a drastically different thing for me because why? I'm all about those video games. I love a good fighting game. I love games that take a little bit of skill. And I really enjoy playing games that take a little bit of skill with people that don't know yet. Not because it's like easier to beat them or anything like that, but I enjoy helping them enjoy the game to get them into it. Because I played with so many people. It's like, oh no, you've been playing this game for years. You're just gonna wipe the floor with me. I'm like, let's just play and find out. And I'll play and I'll what's what I'm looking for here. I'll hold back on what I can do. Like, hey, let's try this and let's do this and let's do this to get them to enjoy the game. And then when they're at that point where they're enjoying it, like, okay, now let me get a little bit stronger on them.
So they're getting the Dom energy kick in?
Yeah, a little bit. But you got
This is
to.
the warm up.
So it's like,
We'll
let
have her
me
soon.
let you experience some joy. And I will crush you.
Oh no, I will not crush them unless it's become very apparent that they're like I remember
Unless
seeing.
they need it.
I saw a TikTok.
Bad girl.
I'm just gonna let this go.
What if I've been a really good girl?
Then he doesn't make you play the video games.
Oh yay!
Oh God!
Perfect.
Did not expect that.
They'll just pet your hair and let you sit in the corner.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody. What was I saying? Oh,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. No, I was saying because she was saying about me like turning it up and like just crushing them. I remember seeing a TikTok. This was a year, maybe 2 years ago now, where you had this father playing a game with his son, and the son, he lets the son win, and so I was like, "Oh, Dad, you're trash at this game. Oh, I beat the mess out of you, Dad." And the mom's like, "Yes, you did, honey," and the dad's like, "Oh, yes, you did. Let's try again," and just like completely wipes the floor with him. And suddenly, the mom's like, "Why'd you do that?" He must learn his place.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in intentionally losing against children.
Agreed.
My husband plays Smash Bros. That's his go-to.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll set up all kinds of handicaps on himself. He'll be like, choose one button. That's the only button I can use.
Okay.
Or, just he'll use the Smash handicaps that are built into the game.
Right.
He'll let them choose his character, whatever it is. And then he will do his best to win.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, yeah, children need to learn.
You gonna learn today.
What I've done when I'm playing against younger people is I may not let them win, but I'll make it as close as I can for them. I'll let them like give me really low, maybe like, "Oh, you almost got me that time," that sort of thing. Before it's just like, "Oh, well, looks like you're about to win. I can't let that happen." Let's see here. So yeah, like I was saying, so video games for me, like Marvel vs. Capcom, Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive. These are all fighting games. Street Fighter. And I also am a big fan of Final Fantasy. I'm a big fan of a game series that no longer is getting a new one. It's called Splinter Cell. Love my stealth action. I do play D&D on occasion, once a month, as a DM.
You don't say.
I did say. I did. Also, I actually like Trivial Pursuit type games. Like, I enjoy Trivial Pursuit. We've got one that we just played at the most recent game night called Mind the Gap.
Is that the Generations game?
That was the Generations
Okay.
one. Yeah. Yeah. In which case, people get stuck on music so often because nobody knows the music of the from the boomer area anymore. Well, nobody knows it that well.
Yeah.
And even stuff for like millennials or Gen X, sometimes it's like, oh, that's a strange thing that I never even heard of in that time frame where I was born and should know. But yeah, that's about all I got on games. Pariah.
So Stage Toy said that despite not having a lot of favorites, that I should go ahead and talk about my perspective on that. So I'm my day to day when I'm not off work, it requires literally hundreds, sometimes thousands of micro decisions, like just all day, and I kind of hate pretty much every game Stage Joy mentioned and games like that because they stress me the fuck out.
Oh.
I don't want to make decisions on that. I don't want and cannot like hold the rules and goals and things like that in my head at that time. Plus, just being someone that's like ultra sensitive of just messing something up or like rejection or doing something wrong or anything like that, then I've got that like on loop in my head too. Like, what if I fuck this up? Like, what if I forget that? Or what if someone has to tell me how to do something for the 8th or 9th time and I start to hear that little tinge of annoyance in their voice? I'm just like, this is not fun for me. So I don't really care for those types of games at all. I like ones, if I am going to play, that don't require that kind of mental like capital. So I do like Cards Against Humanity. I like What Do You Meme? If I'm playing with like a younger audience or something like that, Apples to Apples is fun too.
What about that goat cheese pizza taco cat? I don't know if I got those in the
Are you
right
talking
order.
about like Exploding Kitten?
No.
There's this one. It's literally like
Goat cheese pizza, something like that. Basically, you have to say the name of the game in the order that they have it, and then lay that card down. Like lay a card
You're asking
down.
me to remember rules again.
I'm asking you to remember 5 words and slap a card if the word matches the card.
That stresses me out.
Okay.
So none of that for her.
Okay. That's
I do like Unstable Unicorns.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
I don't think I played Unstable Unicorns.
I brought it a couple times, but nobody seems super interested in it. That's fun, and it does have a little bit more of that in it because there's different types of cards, and you have to like have a strategy to try to get. I think it's 5 unicorns in your stable before anyone else does, and there are different types of action cards and
unstable
protection,
unicorns.
yeah.
Gotcha.
and like protection cards and things that like enhance certain moves. So
okay. Is it kind of like the same complexity level as like Exploding Kittens?
maybe a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, because Exploding Kittens always felt like I love it. I love the creator also for Exploding Kittens. So,
Yeah.
but it did kind of feel like, is that it? Like whenever I was playing that, even for me.
Okay.
So I think it's like a step up from that. Video games, I've never really been like a huge fan of. The only one I remember really truly loving was Mario Kart growing up, and then the more 3D that got, the less I liked it.
Oh.
Um,
As you said, I was thinking like, oh yeah, I need to get a Switch too so I can get the new Mario Kart.
but I used to like, when we're talking old school stuff, like I used to kill on Rainbow Road, and I was one of the only people that could. Which, you know, not like bragging. But,
I don't know. That gets me kind of hot.
no, the old school one I can do for sure.
All right.
Okay.
And I loved most of the GTAs too, like the ones that came out when the game first came out, the first like 5 or so of them.
Okay.
But when it got super complicated, or when you could get ambushed from behind, or something could like jump up and scare you, I would hand
What?
the controller to my husband. So like when you had to go like into an area, like I remember there's one scene, I think it was GTA San Andreas, and like you have to go onto like some ship or something that's like docked, and there's like enemy people everywhere, and it stressed me out. So I just hand the controller to my husband and be like, you killed them, and then hand it back to me please so I can go kill hookers.
Yeah. So
When I was younger, the tricky bosses I'd just give it to my brothers and be like, here, do this for me. I don't want to do it. It's not fun.
Same.
yeah, say the way I get my gamer card taken out is I very rarely played any GTA games.
They're fun.
They do look very fun. They never like attracted me like that. I was like, these games look great for somebody else.
I never liked any of the driving games, like even Mario Kart and stuff. Like I was like more Sonic and Donkey Kong, and I did like Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts is fun. Yeah,
I
well,
just never was super video
To
games.
a point.
Kingdom Hearts is fun but convoluted.
Yeah, the how convoluted the story gets, I just find aggravating.
I had to watch a movie, not a movie, but a YouTube video explaining the story all the way up to the latest Kingdom Hearts 3. And then I started Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, I'm not as interested in this as I thought I was. So I actually own all of the Kingdom Hearts games on my PS5, and I've beaten 1 and 2. That's it.
I know one of the games that I'm seeing is pretty popular with, I think, very clever and intelligent kind of young adults is Omori too. So
Omori?
Yeah, it's been.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's interesting, and there's a lot of just content too with like I think there was like some alignment with Undertale and stuff like that.
Oh,
too.
okay.
So
Nice.
and all the AUs that go along with that. So I find the storytelling of that one like a little interesting, but I personally probably wouldn't sit there and play it.
It's a 2020 psychological horror RPG.
Oh,
Known for
interesting.
emotional storytelling, exploration of dark themes. It explores themes of depression, anxiety, trauma. Features a unique turn-based combat system with an emotion-based mechanic.
So what I'm hearing is it's trying to make me cry.
A little bit, and it's like emotionally manipulative too, like the character interactions and stuff. It's interesting to watch.
Look, I didn't come here for emotions. I came here for kink. Thank you very much.
Speaking of,
Kink
Red
and nerd,
flag.
being kink and nerdy. That's what I came here for.
when we were preparing for this podcast, Darling Pariah did mention
Darling Pariah. Ooh.
another game that she enjoys playing, allegedly.
Oh,
And I pulled it up because I asked, what games do you guys like? And she said none of them. And then said Cards Against Humanities and Turn Off the Lights and Play.
Oh, I said turn off the lights and play Guess Who's in My Mouth.
interesting.
Which sounds like a super fun game. And then I was like, oh, but we could bring up, other games we play, like at the most recent social when we played Roll to
That
Hit.
was fun.
That was so
the
fun.
only time I've ever like hit anyone.
She was good at it.
Yes, I think I talked about this on the last episode.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those that didn't hear that episode, first of all, why didn't you listen last month? Go listen to it. But since you're here now, Roll to Hit. We negotiated, figured out which tools are going to be used. We printed up a sheet of paper with the tools and how many hits you would get. And then we rolled we had people roll a D10. And they will roll that D10 and they will get that implement and get to use that for the amount of hits on Stage Toy's very willing bottom.
And it was amazing. And there's definitely a little bit... There were times that it was kind of nerve-wracking, and if this wasn't such a close community, and if my top cat did not know everybody there so well to understand their capabilities, it's not something that I think I would have gotten through.
Oh, I'm glad I could help.
It's a good venue for it too. It wouldn't have like been the greatest at like a traditional party.
No.
It would not
It
work.
was definitely audience participation.
Yeah, and that's why I love the social, because
Yeah.
you guys talked about it on the last episode, but that's when my husband got to pull out his toy bag.
Yes.
It was so cool.
That was so fun.
I just laughed at that whole thing. It was delightful.
And I'm so like late to the party and naive with shit like that. Like I was literally bringing an implement, which ended up being for that. And even when he started and was like, "I brought the wrong toy bag," I grabbed my flogger and was like, "Oh, here you go." You had to be like, no. I was like, "Oh yeah, I get it now." Those nerds ropes look tasty.
Did you get some?
No,
Oh,
that's okay.
you could have asked. We would have
Meh.
given you a bunch.
Before or after they were used?
Whichever ones you wanted.
Ah.
Your husband hit me afterwards in a good way, so that was fun.
Okay, good.
Happy.
Everybody had a good time, apparently. Let's see here. Okay. Are we good on games, everyone?
Well, does anybody else have any favorite kinky, sexy games.
I still love Truth or Dare. I would totally do a Truth or Dare party. Like, that would be fun. Spin the bottle. No, I think it's fun.
So what I'm hearing is we need to have a back to high school party.
See,
That
I wouldn't.
should be cute.
I wouldn't mind Truth or Dare, but I would prefer like all the truths and dares are like pre-written, like that I didn't have to come up with them on the spot because that was always the hardest thing. And then like how you were talking about getting in your head, Pariah, like things we can talk about one-on-one or as a small group, like it might still make a good truth question or a good dare, but like doing it like when it's my choice to make that would be hard to do that, if that makes sense.
It does. And I think that could work too. Even like I was thinking about that, like even the spin the bottle component too. It like how we do different color wristbands or like hankies or anything of like what is okay, what level are you cool with, like for that, like different actions or depths or things. So I like that idea as well. Vetting your truth questions or your dares or what, like maybe even different like bowls that they're in, like you're okay with it being like a dare from like a level 3 container or something, like that. And that's kind of your way of consent.
Okay.
Be fun.
That makes me think HQ has the truth or drink and the dare or drink.
Yeah, that
punish me daddy.
the truth or dare one, that's one that I picked up from Hustler, and it is definitely for vanilla people. It's like, hey, yeah, this is truth or kink or something like that. But still, it's like a kinky person did not have any input on this. This was all for vanilla folks.
I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of those games that we played at game night, where either they're just downright rude and inappropriate questions, like or prompts, or they're just really not for the kinky group that we're in. Like we're past minor choking or hair pulling, like and to think that that's so kinky, is just kind of funny.
Who in the group would you have sex with? Everybody. Let's move on.
See, and that's when you augment the question just a little bit. Like, okay, so who in the group wouldn't you have sex with? That's just me.
That's me.
Yeah, that is me. See, this is why they don't ask me to do anything about games.
Like, who in the group most deserves a fig in their ass?
A fig?
Yeah. Bella. I say that lovingly.
Definitely have to make sure that that they listen to this episode. Like, hey, you were mentioned.
No, just
someone show up with some figs.
Someone just needs to bring a bag of figs.
God. All right, who's going to shave it? You got to shave the fig before you put it in.
You got to peel the figs. Bring a peeler too and just stare her down.
I'm not that much of a helper. I'm sorry.
So figs for you?
Look, baby's just eating fig Newtons.
So they're eating fig Newtons. So this is figging, right?
Not exactly. God. Oh yeah. Now you got me thinking about what games would we play at a back to high school sort of party.
Well, there's MASH.
Kinky telephone.
7 minutes in heaven.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, what's the one with the card where you
7 minutes with a paddle?
Oh, second blow.
Second blow. Yeah, I've only seen that in movies. I've never actually had that. Like, I didn't go to parties when I was in high school. I was a nerdy kid and was not welcome.
Yeah, I played that once in middle school and almost kissed my friend's boyfriend and got too embarrassed and then hid in the corner.
Aww.
I played a game in high school called Lap Dance. And
Hold on.
Wait, it's in the same vein of Second Blow, where it intentionally sounds kind of naughty.
Okay.
But then Second Blow, the biggest risk is you might kiss somebody for half a second. So Lap Dance is basically a version of Never Have I Ever, where everybody's sitting in chairs in a circle, and somebody says, "I have never," and if you have, you stand up and move one chair to the right. If you have not, you stay in your seat.
Gotcha.
So we played this at one of my friend's birthday parties, and we had a stack of like 5 people
I
in one
was
chair.
going to say, how many people sat on somebody?
And that's the point, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just you
run
end up
the
sitting
risk
in each
of,
other's laps.
like losing furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
R.I.P. chair.
It put in good work.
I think even some of like the old school baby shower games could work too, like the balloons, like where you have to like basically
Swing
hump
it.
each other, like to
Oh,
try
yeah.
to pop it between them, or like like you're saying, like
Yeah.
to
Like
swing
the cotton ball
Yeah.
in the Kleenex box.
There's so many.
Yeah, I've never been to a baby shower. I don't know. Well, I know the balloon popping one, but I'm lost.
The
Baby
you can
girl
get,
shower.
What's it called like a pantyhose and like some kind of weight in the bottom of it, and so you swing it around to knock over bottles. Or
I was about to say, that sounds dangerous.
It's kind of like that monkey tail game that I believe Contosaurus got.
Okay,
for her birthday
so that
party.
one. Gotcha.
Same idea of like you're swinging something between your legs to do a task.
To do a task. Okay. What was that thoughtful look?
This is just an interesting idea.
Oh, okay. And so I'm not going to be here for this month's game night, so I'm going to hear about all these amazing games that I played when I wasn't around.
Who's going to be hosting?
That is going to be the Bitches of Knowledge.
Oh.
They have offered. They're no longer Bach. Well, they are, but they're not. Oh, also, just for all the listeners, the Bitches of Knowledge actually have a FetLife profile finally.
Yes.
Yes. So they have that on there. So definitely go on there, find them, and say hi. They are friends with the Gotham Press podcast. Let's see here.
They also have lots of knowledge.
They do have lots of knowledge. Let's see here. What we got? Let's move on to labels. Now, listeners, I put in very little to the rundown on this, so I'm learning things, as are you. So let's do this. Labels. Pros and cons of labels.
Yeah, so I put this one in. I'm feeling... I've got a whole frustration with labels recently. And, like, I think when it comes down to it, kink labels are just, like, gender and sexuality labels. They can be empowering. They can be limiting. There's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of cons. For example, I love being able to openly identify as a toy, as a submissive. But then I get frustrated in defining my dynamic with my husband because the terms we could use for each other are gendered in the opposite way that our relationship actually is. We have something very close to a stag-vixen relationship, except gender swapped.
Okay.
Except when people gender swap it, they're like doe Reynard, because those are like the actual literal like opposite genders of the animals used in stag vixen.
Okay.
Reynard is a male fox.
I like thinking of you as a stag, though. And he could fit as a vixen.
Well, and there's a part of me that's kind of like, let's just go stag vixen, because doe does not give the same mental, emotional reaction that stag does. Reynard does not give anything that vixen does, because what the fuck is a Reynard?
Real quick, for those that don't know.
So a stag vixen dynamic is similar, it falls... Usually when it's talked about, it's compared to cuckolding without the humiliation. It's compared to hot wifing, hot husbanding. But the stag is more involved. The stag is very much a participant in finding partners, in maybe actively being there while things are happening, maybe joining in, depending on how it is. So it's a much more active role than the partner of the hot wife would be. And I think my favorite thing I found was, he's my hot husband and I'm his cheerleader. Because I'm like, yes, go. Get it. Come back, tell me all about it.
You okay there? Having a moment?
You know what? I like it when people enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like hearing him talk.
The look on your face is lovely.
Remember that time you both beat me?
That was fun.
It was fun.
No,
It was very fun to watch.
My awakening was the first dungeon social when he beat you while I cuddled with Kat on the couch. And then Thief was there. And just that energy that was created there, I'm like, oh shit, I'm a voyeur. Holy fuck, do I love to watch my husband. So, So, I love labels. Me, kink-wise, I think I'm a toy, I'm a submissive, I think I can now consider myself a service top.
Congratulations. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause.
Yeah.
You have very good accuracy.
Oh, thank you. I practiced. So, yeah, so, like, I love the labels because, you know, it puts me out there. People can see what it is. But then there's a sort of, like, people can, like, box you into it. And then, like, submissive is not descriptive enough because I think there's very different styles of submission.
Very much so.
There it is. Yes.
So, and then my other thing is that there's just a lot of personal definitions within labels. So that's kind of why I put that on there, because I myself was feeling frustrated.
I get that a lot. I think I have a really deep attachment to wanting to be able to use the label or the term daddy along, like, with someone that I have a dynamic with, but it doesn't always fit in every situation. And, like, I'm still in this position too where it's evolving and we're trying to kind of figure that out, because it's a situation where, like, the label didn't work. It wasn't something that was like we took it from the profile. It wasn't something that we're, like, moving forward with. But there are certain situations or scenarios where it's been, you know, I don't mind hearing it in this one. It wouldn't have bothered me if you had, like, if it had slipped out in this one, or, like, I actually liked it when this kind of happened here and there. And that can be really confusing, but it's also part of, like, that journey through it, of trying to figure out, okay, well, does a singular label work there? Not really.
I don't know. Labels are good and they're bad. Like, I think it's more about your headspace and how they make you feel. And if having a label and, like, clearly defined everything makes you feel better, like, have it. But if it's getting in the way of you experiencing things, like, I feel like they're secondary. Like, they're important, but they're not. Like, it's more important for you to start figuring out where you're at. Oh, you know, and like you said, not all labels fit. It's, you know, like when Retro Bella and Slaveboy Drake came in and they were talking about the master-slave dynamics. Not all master-slave is going to be the same as, just like not all dom-sub, not all daddy little girl, not all whatever, it doesn't always match every single thing on what could be for the label. So if it doesn't mess you up, use it. If it does, leave it alone.
Right. I think, kind of to share even my own personal experience with it too, it adds a little bit, at least for me, a lot of it of almost security in the relationship, because there's almost like an officialness to it when you explore that. Like, you know, Beef and I have been people that are really drawn to one another for years, but there wasn't anything really official put on it. And when we did kind of explore that addition of a label, one that meant a lot to me, and it was something we were trying to just see, like, does this kind of fit? The point when we got to where we're like, okay, it doesn't fit completely. But being at that place where it was like, well, we're not just, like, dropping it all together, right? Because now I'm attached to this, you know, like, it's almost like that, like, oh, we're Instagram official kind of thing. it lets, like, me feel like I can relax a little bit more into the dynamic, because the other person is as invested as I am. So we had, like, a really long kind of really loving discussion about, well, what do we replace that with? And I still don't think it's the perfect fit, and that is a little frustrating sometimes, because I'm sitting here going through all the different kinds of labels, but nothing's quite perfect or right, because it doesn't fully express, I think, how, you know, I feel about the other person, and vice versa.
See, and that's fascinating to me, because you're talking about the limitations of labels within defining a relationship for the people involved. And I think for me and my husband, because our relationship is married, but our dynamic, we were trying to find the right way to define that for other people, so that other people know, yes, please approach my husband. So it gives at least a clue into the dynamic. You know, they won't know just looking at that dynamic, you know, maybe necessarily the best way to approach him, which is to just go ahead and approach him. But they'll understand that he is approachable in a way.
I get that, and I get that labels can be for within the dynamic and also for other people's perception of it too, because that's a part of it for me too. I love that there's an obvious connection between the people that I'm connected to on my profile, and that means so much to me that people will see that and they're like, okay, this is who she belongs to, and I love that.
I love that I'm one of those people.
You are.
Like, yes.
High five, play partner. But like that matters to me, and the way that you're talking about how other people see it and perceive it, and that's a part of it for me too. I know I'm not alone when I say that I'm someone that kind of struggles with feeling like I don't belong, and that I certainly don't belong to, you know, people that maybe want me around. That lets me kind of get out of my head a little bit in that and relax into it and be like, okay, well, these people they do want me around and they care about me, and that makes me feel all happy and squishy.
We want you around. Look, baby, thoughts?
Like I said, they can, like, labels can be great. They can also just kind of get in the way sometimes. But I know as a single person sort of in this world of kink and the community, even knowing people's labels doesn't make it easier to like go, hey, what about us hooking up? Or like that doesn't make that any easier to me. It doesn't, because labels don't define enough for me.
That's what I keep saying into the microphone. If you want to know how to approach my husband. So
yeah, and like that could very much be, I mean, it's like a me thing, like part of the whole subby thing. Like I am very much, I don't know how to say it. Like I'm very, like
You're very
I get very in my head about things, and like if people aren't actively telling me like, hey, I like you, come hang out with me, like I'll shrink in the corner. Like if you never noticed when I'm not having a great day at Wicked, I'll be like kind of just, I'll be by a group, but I'm not like actively interacting, or I'm not talking because I feel like I'm being annoying.
And
I think I told you, Cap, one of those days, like a couple weeks ago at Wednesday, I was just like, I like put myself in timeout because I felt like I was being really annoying and like clingy. And so like I know I have friends and I know y'all love me, but like it's knowing and knowing.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why when you see me going around trying to make sure I'm trying to pull people in to conversations sometimes, pulling those teeth.
I love that you brought that up too, that it's not sometimes they don't define enough for that too, and kind of feeling that security or that belonging with that too, because even just again in my own situation, like, is this person someone I'm dating? Yeah. But does that feel like the right label? No.
Right.
Is this someone that I have a really deep and intimate connection with? Yeah. Is that the right label? No. So like I don't want to be in a situation where I have 20 labels to the same person that's like, and none of them quite fit just right either. So it's so interesting how we want them and hate them, but love them and need them, and they're too much and not enough, and people do make assumptions on them too, because I've had a lot of people be like, oh, you have to ask, right now we're linked as dominant and submissive. It fits, there's that energy, but it's not the perfect fit right there either. Like, oh, do you have to ask Thief if you're gonna play? I'm like, no, that's not our dynamic at all.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is fighting against like what is so mainstreamed about the different dynamics. Like, not all cucking has degradation. Not all dom sub dynamics have like where you have to go ask the dom for things. Not all master slave things have all the protocol. Like they might just have a couple things. Like there's so many different variations that like my brain I'm like, okay, what do you mean by that?
Shades of
like,
meaning.
Okay, so so even at a play party, like we all have the green wristbands, but like what does that mean?
Right.
When it comes to like if like Cap and I wanted to play, we both have green wristbands. Like how
Green wristbands.
But it doesn't mean you may want to play with each other either. Too.
Exactly.
There's so many things.
And like it gets me even like the wristband comment real quick. At some of the play parties I've been to, they use the wristband system where like green is a go, like you're down for anything, but there still needs to be consent and
Negotiation.
Like so it's still like there's still the safety there, but like green is I'm down, orange is I'm here for BDSM. What like I don't know.
But
depends on the parties.
Whatever the wristbands mean for in that environment.
Yeah, and so like with the green one, like okay, I'm here to play anything, but I still need to vibe with somebody to do that, to be comfortable enough. But like if you don't know anybody, like it's just. Sorry, I'm kind of off.
You're fine.
Is a great deviation.
Welcome to the Gotham Press podcast, where we go on tangents every episode.
But I kind of feel like that even with like the group. Like there's people that I have played with, like Caps vlogged me before. A couple of the other people have
vlogged by Cap.
Actually, that's true. Yeah,
he's a really good vlogger.
Yeah,
I try.
And technically, in a way, I think I have vlogged all with you. Because
Wait, what?
Because Cap held the pillow while I practiced.
Oh yeah.
Target practice.
So, high five.
Good job.
Hey, you did a good job, Cap, because like she could have knocked a fucking grape off my left cheek if she wanted to. That was good accuracy.
I'm glad I was able to assist in that.
And I know part of this is like because I'm newer into the world.
Yes, we have a crowd this time, listeners.
But like I'm kind of newer into the world, and so like the way my brain connects things is still what I would have done before the community. And so like you don't play with people you're not with, or like because I didn't have a long enough hoe phase, I'll be honest with that one. But
wait, what stopped your whole phase?
My brain.
Oh, fucking brains.
Right? And no, I tried.
Or not fucking brains?
No, I went from high school to the guy I married, and I was with him for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I very much stayed in that vanilla dating world after I divorced for another 6-7 years. So, like, I don't... Like,
You didn't have...
I still was very much find a new husband versus just date. Like,
have a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because of how I grew up. And so, like, I had a very short thing that I did very stupid things, and then I found the community, and then I've done less stupid things, but in smarter ways.
We all do stupid things.
Well, having communication, negotiations, consent, and understanding those shades of meaning, they help empower you, I think, to do the things that are making you horny because they're dangerous and dumb, but to do them in the most like risk-aware kind of consensual fashion that we can.
Instead of just like going to somebody random's house off Tinder and hoping that you make it home. Because I mean,
hold on.
Buddies or critters coming along with you.
Not that I intentionally ever went to someone scary's house or something, but how stupid is that? Like, I had before the community, I had nobody I could really check in with and say, hey, I'm gonna go get laid. Hey, I'm gonna I gotta burn off some energy, and here's the address.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have friends to do that. I'm sorry. I have friends to do that with now, or my dom. I will message him, hey, this is what's going on, and I'll message you when I get home. Like, I have check-in people now. I did things in a stupid way before where I didn't have check-in people, and let's be honest, the rates against women suck. So even though I very often overestimate me because I 5'10" and as strong as I am, I have a false sense of You can't really fuck with me. When I know that's not entirely true. And then there's weapons and stuff that could be involved. So, like, you know, I did things in stupid ways before. This is the whole thing. And I don't as much now.
Well done on getting better.
So, talking about the trouble with labels, one is that they don't define clearly enough. Two is that different people have different definitions of the same title.
Or
Yes.
even expectations of what one might mean.
Exactly.
Yeah. So one example I put on there was brats. Because
Because
Because what would that brat team? Oh wait, collector.
well, no, it's because I've been I've been called a brat before, or I've had people respond to me as if I was bratting, when that's been not at all. So I'm like, you can be playful without being a brat.
Yeah. I get called a brat and I'm like, immediately tears. What did I do wrong?
But why?
I don't.
Like, why is brat such a bad thing?
It's not that it's a bad thing. It's that I don't thrive in the perception that I am challenging an instruction. And to be perceived in that way makes me feel like I've done that and I would never.
It's because being called a brat, to
Personally.
me, my issue is that then people are assigning a motive to my actions that I did not have. I make jokes with Cap. I joke around with him. My intent is not to break rules or be disrespectful or in some way gain a punishment. My intent is to make him laugh and make him smile. So when I'm called a brat because I'm trying to make him smile, to me that's somebody saying you're trying to upset him, you're trying to break a rule, you're trying to do something that I was not trying to do.
trying to push things in a
But-
way that
And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with
That's what I was
that.
about to say. Those things don't necessarily have to have a negative connotation either.
Yeah.
Because that dynamic between people, it's not, brats are not necessarily people, should not be people who run around and just brat without consent and do the things that happen in those dynamics and those relationships, interactions, just because they feel like it when the other person is gaining no enjoyment from it whatsoever. So those things bring a lot of joy in those dynamics. But like when we're talking about it over here, I don't know how to put it other than to say the good girl energy is like so like runs so deep to my core. Like just even the thought in my head that like I was told one thing and my behavior or my actions can now be construed in a way that I did not follow those directions to a T. Just blows my mind up in a bad way. That's a me thing, not a label or role thing.
Yeah. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bratting, but there's also I was talking with Trans Mask Mittens today, and they said that one time a Dom talked to them in a Dom kind of way, and they responded in a "you're not my Dom" kind of way.
okay.
And then somebody's like, "Oh, that's such a brat thing,"
That-
and they're like, "No,
no.
that
That's
is a "you're not my Dom" kind of thing."
Assertion of my boundaries and what should be just basic decency and respect.
Exactly.
See, the way I've always bratted is like it's always in a playful way.
Yeah.
Like even though, and I only brat with people when I'm super comfortable with them. Like I can't just brat because then I get in my head and then I'm like I'm fucking up and I'm an asshole. But so like I typically only brat when I'm like super comfortable with people and like, but it's always playful and like even like when I've challenged people like, is that all you've got? Like it's not, I don't know, because I know them so well, like the energy is there and like you know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's never this like, there's not a question of my motives behind when I'm bratting. And so I don't think of it, I can never think of it as like it always kind of like when people instantly go bratting is bad or like brat, like, or they feel like when they brat is bad, like it doesn't make sense in my brain. Because it's like, oh, you're just being, to me that's just being playful. Like, I mean, yes, there are over the top brats out there, and we all know some. I'm sure, but that's where like when I've called you guys that before, like that's where my brain's at, and I'm like, oh, I don't know another word to like say instead of.
I personally think that the crux of where like the bratting relationship is there's some degree of just doing something for the sake of being contrary, and it is playful. It is a dynamic of like a back and forth, and I have a play partner, and I've watched both him and his primary partner like have really fun, interesting scenes or interactions with people where I can see this is a back and forth, bratting, playful kind of thing, and I'm watching it and I'm smiling. I don't view it as a negative in those situations. It's just for me. I don't thrive on that, and it's not how my brain sees it. So I agree, though. I think you're bringing up a really valuable point, is that they're the same when we're talking about labels. There can be this perception that if that's not you, that we're saying it's bad, or that if it is you, you're saying I don't know why you see it as bad, sort of thing. And that's kind of even interesting that we're exploring that even amongst each other here.
Well, and that's honestly, that's kind of how I intentionally put it. One, it was the conversation with my friend, and two, it was we've got pure good girl to her core. We've got me, where I consider myself playful but not bratty because of the intent behind my playfulness and the reaction I'm trying to get from it. And then somebody who I knew does some bratting. So for me, yeah, my intent when I'm being playful is I'm trying to make, typically it's Cap, I'm trying to make Cap happy. I'm trying to make him laugh. I've learned to not do that in scenes, because in scenes it comes across as bratting. The kind of jokes that I can make when we're just hanging out, I can't make during a scene because that comes across as bratting, so I've stopped. Because that's not my intent. Like, I think one time Cap took a joke as me bratting and I almost cried. Mid-scene.
And I understood that when we talked about it. I was like, yeah, I would too.
I'm like, that wasn't my intent. I feel bad. He misinterpreted it because I did something. Anyway, so...
See, and I understand that, like, being upset because you're being misinterpreted. That I do understand to my core. It's just, like, I guess it's the wording and, like, it feels like we have the same energy a lot of times. And then, like, I get, like, I don't want to offend you guys either, though. But, like, what I consider bratting is that playful side. And yeah, sometimes I poke the bear, but, like, no more than I see you poke the bear with Cap, like.
But not in the scene.
Yeah.
Well, and
see, and mine's, that's when I'm with people I'm comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and see, to me, it's about the intent behind the action. When you're bratting during a scene, what's your intent? What is the reaction you're hoping for? The give and take there. Yeah.
So then you're trying to start.
You're trying to
chain of reaction.
You're trying to elicit a punishment.
Yes. You're eliciting that, like, come and get me, like, make me kind of energy, and that's bratty, and it doesn't mean it's bad.
It's wonderful and it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it's not me.
Same. It is fun to watch them.
Which I mean, and if I'm being called a brat by somebody vanilla, I take it very differently. You know,
not me.
Because the intent is different. In the vanilla world, a brat is, is what I am. I'm a vanilla brat. I'm sassy, I'm playful. I intentionally say things to kind of push the limits.
It's like, in my vanilla life, I'm a brat. But in my kink life, I'm good.
Yeah. That's why I'm bratty with you outside of scenes, but I'm not bratting.
I get you. I understand.
But
took me a bit, but I got to it.
Yeah, and that's why I brought it up, because, different people have different definitions of bratting. What crosses the line into bratting? And I think it's intention and also how the other person receives it.
So, yeah, and I love that it's a little bit of a forum where we can kind of put our own personal experiences in there too. So if you've watched me play, I think that what ends up coming up a lot is that I move a lot.
yes, you do.
I don't mean to. That's
and it's okay.
But it's some of it is literally just me dispersing the pain of it. So like up on my tippy toes and kind of moving weight back and forth and things like that. It's I think been there's been a couple times where I've been playing and the top or tops in those scenes have been like, okay, no wiggling. And it's like, but I can feel it's almost a setup to like that brat kind of playful pushing it kind of thing. If you do, then you get the one toy you don't like or whatever, and it's going to be this many swats, you have to count it, those kinds of things. And like I can almost sense it, that there's this playfulness to it, that it wouldn't be perceived as bad if I did, like almost like it's a game in a way. And I still can't do it. Like I think we even I could tell like there was just like a go ahead and do it and we'll just see what happens kind of a thing. And I was trying so fucking hard. Like, and I could tell I was being pushed really hard too to do it, but everything in the good girl me was like, don't. You were told not to wiggle, not to do it at all. And we get to it and it was like, yeah, you for like 40 plus minutes, you did not wiggle.
Well, you know what? I enjoy your wiggles. When we do play, I'll hit you and you'll wiggle around. I'll just sit there and watch. Like, this is fun.
I don't think it was like a lack of enjoyment for that either. I think it was just like the setup of that interplay.
Oh,
and I'm just not good at that. Like the fun, like playful breaking of the thing that has been put right here, so that there can be that push and pull. Because the push and pull that I give or that I engage in, they come out in other ways, very good girl ways.
Right.
But like I could 100% feel it, and I almost wanted to give it to be a good girl because I could tell that's what the setup was doing, but I just still couldn't bring myself to do it. It was very interesting. It was a weird little headspace to be in.
To be in your head sometime.
I wouldn't recommend it.
All right. Do we get all? How much? Did we get all our bratting done?
Never.
Christ.
Let's see here. So for this one, I actually put this one in as far as the daddy, mommy, caregiver, and then the little middle. Somebody added on to it.
Yeah, that was my note. We can talk about it at the end.
Okay. So what I was doing as far as labels, because Daddy Dom is generally how I identify. And I've said this probably multiple times, even on the podcast. Prior to getting into the community, I would never see myself as the quote unquote daddy type. But I had so many people like, oh yeah, you definitely give off Daddy Dom energy. What the hell is Daddy Dom energy? I mean, you try. You're gonna punish, but you're gonna make sure that there's a lesson with it or something with it to make them feel like, okay, I deserve that, and he did a good job of it. I'm like, I guess I do that.
What's the moral of this beating?
What's the lesson that was learned?
Cheaters never prosper.
And I blame 90s sitcoms for this. 100% blame 90s sitcoms.
You must have been watching different sitcoms from me, because
What's the sitcoms did you watch?
Not the ones where the dads beat people.
No, that's not where I was going with that.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure he was talking about the moral of the story.
Oh,
The
can
mor-
there be a hairbrush?
The morals. I see where your mind's at. Always.
Everywhere you look, there's an ass. There's cheeks to hold on to.
Oh, so many possible stingers for this episode.
You're logged out there and you're all alone. Cap is just waiting to paddle you home.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for that. Oh,
What magnificent.
do I have a new theme song now?
It's cooking.
It's cooking. Oh god. Where are we at? I lost my train of thought.
Daddy
So
Doming
your
yourself.
daddy Dom got your
Yeah.
label of choice.
Right, that's my label of choice. And like I've met people that like a daddy. Oh, you're into that. Oh, you're a pedophile. No, I am not. You're into children. I am not into children. I am into
Boobies.
yes, I'm into boobies as well. Yes. But it's like I'm into
Age appropriate boobies.
age-appropriate movies. Now, I know not everybody's into it. I do enjoy some age play between consenting adults with lots of negotiation up front. But I know that's not everybody. And I just like to consider myself just a daddy in general. Do I have any actual bio kids? No. I'd be a terrible parent. But
Well, you got ratty kids.
Rat magnet.
I have so many littles and middles and brats that, for some unknown reason, appear to be drawn to me in some way, shape, or form.
So many little squirts just swimming around you.
Is that what we're going to start doing? Calling them Kevin's little squirts?
Yeah, that's actually adorable.
Make a pet like.
Oh God!
Little badges. Fashions.
Oh God!
Caps squirts. Have you got your lesson learned badge?
Wow. God. Oh, that sounds like something else I would have to be in charge of.
Yeah, probably.
No, it kind of sounded like Pariah was volunteering. So.
Oh, fuck. You're the one that has the forced masturbation badge.
Oh.
The giggles.
I did do that.
Uh-huh.
Did I do that?
Back to the sitcoms.
Always.
Look, that's my wheelhouse. 90 sitcoms, I was all for them. 2000 sitcoms, not so much.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the 90s were the best. Late 80s, also the 90s, best.
So.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked in my mind.
So my question goes: is anybody else here into like DDLG relationships?
Not currently in one, but 100%, yeah.
I'm in one.
Definitely in my...
Definitely in your wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Like, with or without, I guess, age play involved?
Both.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
You look like you're guarding yourself right now.
I am. Age play is such a hard limit for me. And so
I'm aware.
I've got my like arms tucked in around me because literally even just talking about it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, well, let's put it this way, though, too, is that I don't have a little space or a middle space where I, like, kind of sink into that. And it's been a topic of discussion between, Thief and I, even, too. He's like, I don't know what this is. He's like, it's something sort of littly, but it's not that. So he's like, it's a version of you that comes out sometimes. And I don't know how to really characterize it, but you've probably seen it.
I see that.
Yeah, whenever you're with him. Yeah, pretty much.
See, that's what I like. I by default started calling it my middle space because, like, I'm not little. Like, I don't the passies, the coloring books. Like, and who doesn't like a Disney movie? But like, I'm not that traditional like little thing that like you hear about a lot. Like, fully characterized in this dynamic. I guess I would personally be closer to like a middle. I've said ages for my middle before, but like I don't even feel like that's necessarily super accurate. Like I don't like having to define it beyond that. I just know that I'm very much more like the teenage version of myself when I'm in that space. So that's where I go to middle, I guess.
Okay.
And it doesn't like it's not really during like sex stuff, like usually, like every so often it kind of bleeds over, but not hard, not like normally. It's more of a like when we're out and being silly on a date, or I guess on a date, like hanging out, whatever. Like that's where that comes into play more for me.
How many times has you had to be like, young lady?
We're not talking about that. No, but just being like I don't know, like it's just part of it.
Yeah, for me, it's I think when it comes out, the best way I can describe it is I feel like I'm looking at this person through eyes of like I feel so much smaller than him, and like I would do anything he asked, and I would trust him with anything about me, and I feel like incredibly protected and safe by that, with and by that person. And in that moment, I just feel there's like, I don't know how to put it exactly. It's sort of like how I really love to sit on the floor by someone that I consider a top or a dom or anyone with me, but it's the emotional component of that. So like for me, it's like if you could make that level change, that physical level change, something emotional and psychological, that's like what snaps into it for me. But I don't have an age, I'm not a little, I'm not a middle, I don't like drop into like little activities and stuff like that. But you will catch me doing random stuff that I don't notice I'm doing. It just happens with certain people.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not so much you being a little in things or middle, it's you being put in a place where you feel like you belong.
That is a big part of it, yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely not the only piece of it, but it's 100% there.
Okay. I'm just trying to gauge it I'm trying to correlate it in my mind to something. Yeah, all right.
See, and I wanted to ask about that because I do refer to Cap as daddy regularly. But for me, there's like no... It used to be, I used to use it as an indication of a headspace where I couldn't negotiate, usually like post-scene before my drop. Where I was basically sharing in a way that I was still in that high. But it's past that now. And now, for me, it's very much coming from a place of acknowledgement of our dynamic. And I say it because it makes you happy. It just kind of became more natural over time.
I appreciate that.
But there's always been like once or twice that like I've said daddy and you've replied with a term of endearment and I've been like, no. Take that one off the list. Nope.
All right. No terms of endearment. That's what I'm getting.
No, specific ones. And you said, okay, I won't use that one again.
Right.
Oh, and it's interesting because what you just explained right now, that you're using the term because of the satisfaction it gives you to do it for what it does for him. Mm-hmm. It's almost the reverse a little bit with Thief and I, that he was really trying to explore that because of how he knew it was a big thing for me. And it made me feel extremely happy to do it, but it wasn't hitting for him in all scenarios the exact same way that you are describing your reaction to it right there. Yeah. And that's like, it's so important, I think, to be able to just like say, this isn't working for me. And you know, if it's taking away from the dynamic and the interactions between you guys, it's making something less enjoyable, you do have to kind of step out of those roles and have that conversation with each other. And you just kind of exemplified it too, where you're like, nope, strike that one off the list right there. But the fact that you could have that back and forth right there, I think is part of how you make that healthy.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
He likes it.
I think sometimes the word is just the word too.
Yeah.
Like before getting involved in the kink community, like that was after I got over my weirdness when I was little about using it, younger. Sorry. In my 20s, it was a very like, that's weird. Unless I have kids with you or you are my dad, like I will not be calling you daddy. Like those are the two. And then that transition, having kids with my ex, like, and starting, so he eventually became daddy. Although he was still mostly Poppy because that was okay. I could call him Poppy before we ever had kids, but I could not call him daddy. Stupid, I know, but like
the troll.
But post X till now, like having been with different guys, like a lot of guys like to be called daddy or whatever, and it's just a word. At least I don't have to think and remember somebody else's name, which is horrible. But you know, when you go, like you guys know me, when I go into subspace, when I start getting very excited, like my brain shuts off. Mm-hmm. So it's almost easier.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
It's almost easier to just have one thing you call everybody in a way, but then it feels disingenuous. Like I did have a conversation with my dom about it at one point. I was like, does that offend you? Because I don't want to offend you either. And I'll figure something else out if I have to. But like, this is where I'm coming at it in those scenarios.
Can I make a suggestion? Now, I've known your guy for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't think I know his specific flavor of nerd. But if he's a Star Wars person, you can just start calling him Vader. It means father.
Do it. Do
think I'd have to find another. He's very nerd specific, and
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
I said his nerd specific. Most people who don't know him would know him, and I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So I'm trying to. I don't know a term in that nerd genre, but maybe
See,
that would
and
be kind of.
I said that's a conversation that you can have.
but anyways, like it doesn't, like, we've had that conversation, and at that time at least it didn't bother him if I used it generically as well as with him, but. So it can just be a word, or anything can just be words you say.
Well, yeah, and I think we dropped the daddy term between my person and I, but it was interesting because he was like, he said, I absolutely have no problem continuing to call you baby girl. He's like, you are my baby girl, and I was like, obviously melt into a pariah puddle, but those terms and things like, oh, thank you. Shit, I said thank you.
Well done.
Good job. Good job.
Don't laugh.
We're so proud of you.
Stop it.
Are we all proud?
We're
So very proud.
So proud of you.
Shut up.
She did it without thinking too. I think that's even better.
Oh, it's amazing. Well done.
I had a point. There are other little ones that just make me like that too. Like, I think I just said it too, is little one has been one for a long time, predating even that one. Just baby girl's a big one, but it's interesting that it's not an age play thing for me. I don't know what exactly it is, but puddle.
Yeah, it's funny because it is, but it isn't, and it's so that's where like with the whole label thing, take what works for you and leave behind the rest.
Exactly. I think we got all of that. Did you get yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my note.
Just want to make sure. All right. So I just added this one just because we're talking about labels. Riggers and bunnies.
I'm a bunny.
You're a bunny?
Hippity hop.
So for those that don't know, a rigger is someone that uses rope to tie up a person that enjoys being tied up, who is known as a rope bunny.
Me. State Tory Pariah. But baby too.
Yes.
It's all of us.
It's all of you. Wait, have I tied all of you?
I believe so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
See,
You're the community top.
That's true.
kind of are. I don't know. Like, I almost feel disingenuous though calling myself a rope bunny because I never get tied. Like, it's just not I've gotten tied like less than a handful of times.
It doesn't make you less bunny-ish if you still enjoy it on that level.
I don't know. I like it. It's fun, but I've never really gotten to. I like the idea of it more than I like it at this point. So I feel like, yes, I do like to be tied up, but I don't necessarily consider myself a full bunny yet, just because I like it. Some people are like, oh, the rope gets on me and I go into subspace. I've never had that either, but I enjoy the thing. I've also had near panic attacks being tied up, but that was not necessarily the tie, and more the person I interacted with while the tie was on, and the tie was the thing I could fight. I got away from him. It wasn't a big deal.
Who do I got to beat up?
No. It wasn't a big deal in the fact that I said stop, he stopped. It just, things escalated way faster than I liked or appreciated. So no, it's it was a.
So you have layers of emotional triggers that go along with it that make rope not something that you find yourself bunnyish about.
Yeah, I still like the idea.
Yeah.
But I need more experience with it to really be comfortable claiming it.
You're a rope aficionado.
A rope enthusiast.
Yes.
All right, don't worry. We'll talk about rope. All right. So yeah, I was just kind of just bringing up the terms of rigger and bunny and just kind of gauging reactions from the crowd.
Yeah.
I see that everybody seems to enjoy it a little bit. Some more than others. Listeners, you can't see the face that she's making right now, but it's a face of pure
What did I do?
Her eyes making such beautiful faces.
We love to watch.
I'm fucking out of here.
Somebody, quickly, go grab the...
We have
Quick.
to tie her down.
Quick, somebody, go grab the rope. Oh, Pua's looking like that, too. Oh, my.
Who's going to take over?
Wait, Pua got tied at some point, didn't he? I like how Pua nodded to that.
See, for me, rope turns my brain off. Like, a basic tie turns my brain off. The more complicated ties send me into subspace.
Pua over there just like, I want to say something, too.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like so far with rope, it's been a fun experience. But I haven't had the time to like have the crossover or whatever. Like, but it's been a fun experience, and I'm looking forward to more experiences.
One time, somebody and somebody else and somebody else and somebody else grabbed an appendage of mine, yanked them in different directions, and then I got tickled, which is not a fetish of mine, but it was somehow an interesting experience.
I think it was who was doing it.
It was what they were getting out of it. It wasn't. It was what I was giving, not necessarily the physical act of it.
Now, who would do such a crazy thing like that to you?
Some hot husband.
Oh, you know what? And just you kind of saying that made me think of something. Also, and this is just a PSA in general for the listeners. Even though somebody may enjoy rope, not all rope is created equal.
True.
And sometimes mixing things with your rope doesn't work in the way you're going to hope it does. Speaking specifically, a time for you where there was rope and electricity. You remember that, yeah?
I do, but I think there's just something weird with me and electroplay, which sucks because I love it. It makes me so sad.
But you love it, but it just doesn't do it. Your body doesn't react to it?
It's been
or reacts
pretty
badly
much
to it.
Every time the next day I'm like nauseous, cannot eat, I have a migraine all day. It's weird. It's really weird because I love it so much.
It's not too weird. You're sending electricity through something that functions off of electricity.
I think it's just more evidence of the fact that I'm wired funky. There were no permits.
I don't know. Could it just be that you're not hydrated enough?
I don't think so. I don't think that it was a really strange reaction. It wasn't like that at all.
All that to say, listeners, if you're going to mix things together, regardless of what kind of kinks they are, talk to your bottom and make sure you check up on your bottom regularly after the fact. Get them to tell you how they are specifically feeling, so that way you can kind of gauge, okay, this is a great thing, or this is maybe not again. Also, as bottoms, you should definitely be telling your top how you're feeling. You can't read minds.
Ew.
Did you say ew?
I did. I don't want to tell anybody.
But that's your job, isn't it?
Because how I'm feeling is always annoying.
Tell us anyway.
Be aware of how long you have to openly communicate, because I need like a solid 3 or 4 days after a full scene.
Yeah.
Before I can say, okay, if it hasn't hit yet, then I'm good.
Yeah. Just always keep checking. Keep checking. They may get annoyed with you. Keep checking anyway.
Yeah.
Listeners, by the time you hear this, it probably will have actually no. By the time you hear this, it will have happened already. I hope everybody enjoyed the luau.
Not going.
Not going?
No.
Willingly not going?
Yes. Hub's birthday is 10 days before mine, and we are doing birthday-ish things for the play party. So it would be kind of a shit move for me to have no weekend time available for my husband.
Okay.
So,
That's fair.
Also, I burned to a crisp immediately, so I don't know that I'm looking to do that any further.
All right. I understand. Anyway, so I was just putting it out there. Hey, luau is this month.
Though. It's awesome.
Yes, especially when people aren't ill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was that? I think 2 luau's. I ended up with COVID.
2 luau's in a
for it.
row, and
Yeah.
it sucked.
I've gotten COVID every summer, like right at the beginning of the school year starting, or right by my birthday for the last like 3 or 4 years in a row. Yeah, so be careful because it is actually kind of like floating back around again, like pretty hard. So like, be chill with your body.
Well, I'll be going, and it'll be my first luau.
You're gonna have a blast.
You will have a great time.
Because I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary.
For a second, I thought you
Around.
were going to say because you're coming.
Right now. Right now in your pants. Let's do the come dance.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Just because
stage joy.
and this is for those because they say so many times they never here.
Do you have to take a shit?
Oh God!
Are you terrible?
Well, I tried to do a good thing for everybody, and I guess it didn't
The
work.
takeaway here is Cap can't fake it. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I was like, why would I fake it?
That's a good thing.
This is true. I cannot fake it. It's either it happened or it didn't. Okay. So where are we at? Oh yes. Your baby.
It's weird to. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, a little bit of a shout out. When I first came into the kink world at all, I actually didn't know we had a community here in Bakersfield. So I started making connections and inroads to the LA, mostly LA, some OC scenes before I ever connected here. And there is a group within the LA scene that's still around. And they ran a really good conference at one point. It was called BoldCon. And what I loved about this is
I'm sorry, it's called what?
Bold, B-O-L-D.
Okay.
It was so cool. They had like different tracks that you could go take classes and seminars and things on. And what I loved about that is you got to really hear so much impressive shared knowledge from people of different kind of labels, I guess you would put it there, different dynamics, levels of experience and things like that. So when we were discussing this is kind of what I was thinking about, like when we're trying to get into like DS a little bit more deeply. So they haven't run Bold for quite a while, but if ever they put anything back on, I will probably shout it from the rooftops. But at any rate, one of the best tracks I went on, and speaker's name was Arnea, and that's a Fet name, and she's pretty amazing. She's just an amazing human. So it was her really delving deeply into what it means to submit, to be on the right side of the slash with power exchange relationships, and what that looks like, what it means, how that process really works. And just that was kind of my first point here, is like what it takes to submit in those kinds of dynamics, because there's so many levels and layers of it. You can submit in a scene, or just like maybe I'm going to be servicey to someone at this wicket or something like that, and you can be in a headspace where you are really truly just, I'm making zero choices here, I'm giving you all autonomy to myself and whatever's going on between us. So that was kind of my curiosity, was to speak to our group here. What does it take for you to be able to submit? And I was eager to get your perspective too, Cap, to kind of say, like, what does it take for you to be in that space to lead? And what do you need from a bottom or a submissive or whoever you're going to be in a dynamic with, green flags wise? Like, what are you looking for? What qualities, characteristics, habits, and patterns are going to put you in a headspace where you can be like, yeah, I absolutely am going to make all decisions here. So that's kind of my first question, is just like, what does it take for you to submit? How do you allow yourself to get into that headspace to say, I'm not making the choices here, I'm going to follow? What are the things that are put out in front of me? What are the green flags from the submissive side of it that allow you to just give up your autonomy to somebody? Sorry, longest question ever.
For me, of course, it comes down to trust. But how that trust builds is, and again, I'm going to use the example of Cab, because I am submissive with my husband, but that's not, the main part of our dynamic. So with Cap, it was that he had a good reputation. First of all, people spoke well of him. When I started talking about wanting to get flogged, he was recommended by multiple people. He made my...
Sorry. I was like, yes. You go to Bakersfield. Oh, have you been flogged by Cap?
Yeah.
We need little bumper stickers.
Odd.
He's the community top.
Oh, sorry, continue.
But no, he had a good reputation. He was recommended to me when I started talking about wanting to be flogged. He made my first ever scene negotiation fun. And it was a lot hotter than I was expecting it to be, like talking about it. Anyway.
You're welcome.
And then since then, he has continued to earn my trust. He clarifies my boundaries. He listens to my boundaries. If there's ever a misstep, we're both immediately fixing it. We're taking ownership and fixing it, and things don't happen again. It's not like I have to 3 times have to be like, I need you to not do this, because it doesn't come up after the first.
I do my best.
Yeah, so that building of trust, the initial trust from having trust from other people, and then showing me again and again and again that I can trust him. So now that we've explored most of his toy bag, I have days where I'm like, I don't want to choose anything. This is up to you. Here. But now I think we're going to have to be like, but no powers unless you're mad at me.
Yes, now that we've finally jumped that hurdle.
I get that too, like even when we're talking specifically about Cap. What earned that level of trust with me was when missteps happened and the level of accountability in wanting to have a conversation about where I was or the perception of anyone, really. That continued shared accountability and not just being open and willing, but almost as though it was a priority for continuing to grow. Those things were really important for me too. I fuck up regularly. So for me to want to trust somebody, that's kind of one of the things that I need. That if something didn't go the way we needed it to go, are we down to sit down, schedule that time, and have that conversation and really hear it? So that's where he got a lot of those green flags and trust from me too.
Yeah, and then another point just after pushing again was communication. We regularly, like I text him ideas I randomly have. We talk about the individual toys that he owns, and I talk about how I feel about them. Like I bet he could tell you my 3 favorite toys in his bag.
I could. I'm not going to. I want everybody else to know the secrets.
Secret sauce. Share it.
Anyway, so it's the ongoing communication and the ongoing building of trust. That's what it takes from me to be able to just be like, this is your choice. I will do what you want. And I'm okay with that. And I'm comfortable with it and happy to do it.
Good girl.
All 3 of us. Go off, book baby.
Like within a scene, it's easy. Like I as long as I have some kind of vibe with the person that I'm scening with, like it's like Butch. Like I got good vibes off of him, and he asked, and then we've seen together 3 or 4 times since in different kind of capacities, and he's always a good top. And in that scene, I can lose myself, but like, I don't see myself for multiple reasons. Like, one of the things is he's really young, and that messes with my like. There is a very limited age gap that I can be in a full-on relationship with younger than me, and then it very much depends on the person. So nothing against Butch, he's awesome. Would love to see him again, but that's a different space for me.
I would say too with him as a play partner, what I liked about him is he didn't feel like a super young person, like the age gap was like unmanageable in that space. Like I felt I could actually submit in a scene parameter with him as well. And I think that speaks a lot to just the level-headedness, the calm, just I feel like dominance is quiet, if that makes sense. Like you don't have to bang your tools around and get everybody's attention. And this is one of the things I really like about a dominant, but he really checked that box, I think, in a scene. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I was going to say real quick, just from watching Butch play, Butch has something that I wish I had: infinite energy.
That's the being in your early 20s part.
Yes, I know.
But like to go into like a full relationship and like being actually being able to submit like in a relationship, it just takes time. Like it starts with that vibe, that good energy between you two, but then it's a time and trust and like proving like, hey, we're good on this step, good on this step, are we good on the next? And like being a ton of reassurance, because I'm a mess.
Same. Validation is really important.
But like with my dom, like we'll go to restaurants and he'll just order, like there'll be times where I can't. I make so many decisions with everybody else in my life. I don't even want to pick the food. You pick the food, and maybe like a couple minor choices, but like he's ordered whole meals for us, and like I just okay, we're good, or pick the whole activity or whatever. Like I like that I can trust that he's not pushing me past boundaries in that respect. We do push boundaries a little bit in good ways, but it's those things that have built that trust to be able to know that I can just drop it and
know that you're in good hands.
Yeah, like with him, I'm fine. Like I can just not worry about the rest of the world for a minute. Everybody else, it's like and that's the hardest thing. It's just that takes time.
Okay.
I like that you brought up the reassurance and validation, because to kind of allow all three of this more submissive sided conversation to go off, that's a big part for me. I have to really believe that person wants me around. They want to be engaged in those activities with me. They want to know how my super fucked up brain works. And that's like a prolonged period of seeing this person solicit my reactions, responses. They want to understand where I am. They're happy to kind of untangle the brain gremlins, and it's not an annoyance. It's not
the brain gremlins.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, they are horrid.
You know the movie Gremlins? They're like that. They're evil.
Yes, they really are. So
it can be like Gremlins too, where they're funny.
They were funny in the first movie, but they still fuck shit up. And if they do that inside your brain, it's not okay.
That's why you should go to bed before midnight, so that you're not feeding them.
Well done.
But that's if you leave me to fill in personally, you leave me to fill in blanks. You leave me to insert my own thoughts or my own lens and filter to a prolonged silence. It's not going to get colored in well for me, and it takes a lot of vulnerability for me to put myself in that position with a dominant, with someone I'm in a dynamic with. So to be there where I can submit, I can follow, and someone is able to just give me orders, directions, or kind of guide me, or literally for me to just give up that level of vulnerability with them. I need to feel it. I need to see that person is, they give a shit. Like they're not gonna be like, you're too much at some point. It's okay if I am too much for a particular person. Like you're allowed to feel that way, but that would mean that the dynamic's just not right. So there's a lot of scar tissue that someone is probably gonna have to get through with me, and like how Stage Joy just said, it's literally just a history of proving positive green flag patterns of interactions between myself and that person. It's the biggest part for me.
I think that's also why tops definitely check in with your bottoms when you do stuff, even if it's just a party. But like I I have a problem with being like totally for real with someone who isn't my dom checking in on me. Like, even if they beat the shit out of me, like I don't feel like I'm worthy of their attention after that.
Right. It's like there's no way they could. There's no way they could be that interested.
Exactly. Like
there's no way.
Yeah, we had fun, but like
that's a brain gremlin.
You don't have anything invested in me, but my dom does, so I can talk to him about shit. But
listeners, you can't see what's happening right now, but I'm just like looking between the two of them, like the fuck.
Well, and here's the thing: is that if you have a top who is, a more casual thing, I don't think it's wrong to say, hey, you can check in with me, but I'm also having my dom check in with me, and I'm probably going to be more honest with him. I don't think you can tell. No, because what is the top going to do if you want aftercare from your dom?
Okay. So wanting aftercare from the dom, yes. Okay, I get that. The way you phrase it, being more honest. That's where I'm having a problem with it. Like, okay, yes, you can be more
vulnerable.
You can be more vulnerable, yes, with your top, your dominant. But be honest. Like, hey, I'm having this emotion. I can't really deal with this emotion with you. I need to go to my dominant for that. That, for me personally, I'm like, okay, I get that. I'm not your person for that, but thank you for letting me know that you're going through that. I'm still going to try to check on you to make sure that you're getting what you need for that at that point. But if I don't know, and then something happens where, for whatever reason, you couldn't get take care of, and then other things happen behind that, now I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I miss?
Right. There's an assumed responsibility, I think, there too, that I agree with what Cap is saying right here, while also understanding your perspective on this stage, Toy, because even though you might go deeper or be more vulnerable with your primary dominant or top or something like that, you are still a shared experience with the top that you have the scene with, and they're not going to know or grow or learn or be able to shape how they pursue that interaction with like an archetype of someone like you if you're not honest in your responses with them.
See, and honest was the wrong word choice, because I didn't mean like you would lie to the top.
You just wouldn't be
you wouldn't
detailed.
As honest, I meant as detailed.
Okay. And again, like I said, not being... I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Again, that kind of... For me, that's where like being a sub in a scene is easy. Being a sub to somebody else outside of that scene is hard because of those trust issues. And... getting so far in your head when you're dropping or after a scene, and not that I do it every time, and God, I hope people aren't going to come after me right now. I've seen it, but there have been times where like
we don't know if they listen to the podcast.
I'm fine, and like because I don't know that there's anything they could do, and like they're like because of dynamics, like I'm a single mom with kids. Like, I can't just have random people come over. I can't just always leave at the drop of a hat to get the care that I need. I have to figure out how to manage all that on my own. And I know it's almost like more pressure to, like, be honest. Because, like, what if you want to do something for me about it? And then, like, now I'm like, well, you can't. And then I feel guilty because I'm saying, I'm stopping you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know these doms that are learning, need to learn the right way. And I want them to learn the right way. And I want them to ask. And I want them to check in. But it hurts. Like, it almost hurts. Like, because I don't know how to be honest like that with everybody.
I was going to say, and I get this. Like you said, you're a parent. You have responsibilities in life that you can't just say, hey, I'm going to come do this thing because I need this thing. You have other things you have to take care of first. But for me, from my perspective, saying, hey, I would like this, but I can't do that right now because of these responsibilities. And then gauging kind of how the top/dom reacts to that. That helps them grow. It's like, oh, hey, they let me know that they need this and they want this thing, but they can't do it right now. And I can't do that for them. I can't force them to do that because, again, responsibilities. So from my perspective, it's okay. I know you want this thing. Here's what we'll do. We'll back burner that for now, but I'm going to remember it. And when you can, or when we can, if you're still up for that, let me know. That's how I would react to that.
See, and I've told Kat before, like, we've done a check-in, and I've said, I'm not in a good headspace right now. I don't feel good. I'm not happy. And he's like, is there anything I can do? And I just say no.
See, I would feel guilty for even mentioning it because they can't help.
So
like that's me.
Here's
that's
what
like, I have that hard.
Here's what I think is really important from our side of it that I think maybe ops dominants may not realize, especially if you're playing with someone that, like, for me, when I play, I leave it all out on the field. Like, you're getting the deepest pieces of me when you're playing with. That means that the higher you go, the more you're gonna potentially fall from that. So it can be so difficult with someone that you don't have a long-term established connection with to not feel this level almost of shame from me personally of like how much attention or validation I feel like I could want or need in that check-in, and how many hoops and loops my brain goes through when I get a text, the next day, especially if it's later in the day, of like, hey, how are you? My brain will go through this full like routine of this answer should be 5 words or less. Like there's no place or space. I have no idea that this person actually wants like the true what's going on with me. And I've been in a lot of scenarios where it's bitten me to be 100% vulnerable and honest with that, where it hurt the way that those things unfolded in those scenarios. So it means that from my perspective, I have to continue learning myself better and how I drop, how I process afterwards and what it is that I need. And I'm still not perfect with that, not even close, but understand too that sometimes your basic, hey, how are you doing? That might not be the best way to phrase that depending on who you're playing with. And maybe it's up to us a little bit to tell them beforehand, like, hey, if you text me and I'm totally like absent of dopamine and serotonin because like we had a really good scene or something like that, just asking me how I'm doing is going to be an anxiety inducing question. So I might say something with someone like newer, just like, I'm struggling with self-worth right now. But someone where I have a really established connection with, I might say, I feel worthless. I feel so low. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know up from down. And those two answers are kind of...
They're different.
They're different, but they mean the same thing.
Right.
They're both honest. They're just different levels of vulnerability.
You're testing the waters almost a little bit with this person of like, it may not be fair also to ask them to carry all of that as well. So...
And if I hear that, I'm like, okay, is there anything that I can do in this moment for you? And if the answer is no, okay, I understand. If it comes up that you think something that I can do, let me know. I want to help.
I wouldn't know what to tell you personally because now you're asking me to make a decision,
right? No,
and I'm going to struggle personally.
I get that, but I'm just saying, if you say no, there's nothing I can do, then there's nothing I can do. But I'm just putting it out there, like if anything comes to mind, they're just like, oh wait, maybe you can do that. That's something.
And these discussions can also happen separate from immediate check-ins. It can be,
yes,
a couple weeks later, hey, this is how the scene ended. This is how aftercare went. This is how check-in went. What worked? What was not helpful? What was most helpful?
What would you, I guess, from the dominant perspective here, if you have someone that you're willing to play with that is essentially telling you, this is where I can go after I play, it can get kind of dark in my head, and I don't know that I would have an array of things that I could suggest that you could do to help. So how would you bring that up in a negotiation kind of thing? Because it's like, for me, I wouldn't be able to give you a suggestion.
So at that point, for me, I would most likely be like, okay, I understand that we haven't played before and you don't know what I could do. Do you have someone that I know that you could introduce that you have played with before? So we can talk, that has had a good after scene rapport or interaction with you, so I can kind of get an idea of, right, maybe I can emulate something that they've done to try to help with that.
Do you have a couple things in mind personally?
Oh, just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. For me, usually it's just a matter of just showing that I am there and willing. That, as I learned from you, early morning check-ins are better than 3:00 in the afternoon check-ins. But yeah, checking in consistently, and even just, like, I'll put in there, like, even if you say up front, like, no, then like, I will reply again. I'll check in later, like, hey, I know there's nothing I can do right now, but I just want to let you know that I'm there for you. Just little things like that help, in my mind.
But what could that look like? It's almost like just saying, I'm there for you. That's a nice thing to say.
But what you mean, like, physically do?
I don't know. Like, what could that look like? What are things you would be willing to do for a partner? Like, these could be things. I'm almost like considering, like, oh my God, listeners could suggest things too that have been like really helpful for them too.
Hey, listeners, please, you can definitely put it in you can definitely comment on something on the Gotham Press podcast FetLife page. That'd be great. The Gotham Press on FetLife.
You remember that negotiation flow chart I made forever ago?
I remember it, but I don't remember it specifically, sadly.
It's okay though, because really what I'm thinking about is how cool would it be for there to be almost like a bank of just
options,
like low entry options, things that are feasible, doable for both parties, that we kind of put that in the negotiation process beforehand of, if I'm struggling and I'm saying I do need help but I don't know what.
Right, bring you like food can be helpful, or a favorite snack, a favorite not snack, what's wrong? Well, snack too, but beverage meal, something like that.
Something comforting.
Something comforting. Hey, I'm going to come over and let's watch your favorite show, movie, something to help you get in whatever headspace you need to be in to feel better.
Something that helps me with the play partner that I have currently is I take terrible care of myself. Terrible. And that person...
How much water have you had today?
Yep. So the checking in and, Stage Joy's done that for me too.
That was an actual question though.
How much... there's water in diet soda. So
No.
It's literally the first ingredient.
That really?
Thanks for having my back, ladies.
Both of you. That's like the water and coffee. No,
sips.
There needs to be actual water.
No, seriously.
It's the first listed ingredient.
The only thing you drink, but
no, he will.
The only thing you drink, it counts.
He will force the water, though. Yeah, for sure, and the eating, because I won't feed myself. I won't water myself.
Well, and I think just contributing to the bank. One is, you can be bossy with them through text. Hey, get out of bed, get in the shower, go, drink some water, eat some food. But then also sometimes just sending them funny memes.
Yeah, as long as you know their humor.
Yeah, send them
people getting hurt, falling downstairs,
small children falling.
Oh yes.
I feel like the biggest thing, we're talking about some kind of relationships here with our tops that we're seating with, but if you're just random pickup line and they're asking, or you just don't have that relationship yet, all those things are great, and I love the ideas, and that's why I said I don't want to discourage doms from checking in with people or tops or whatever from checking in with the people they top for, but as a daughter, I don't feel worthy of your time after we're done. I barely feel worthy of your time when we're playing, half the time, because I don't have unless I have relationships with people.
I was going to say, as a topic, as it has been said, community property, apparently. Mm-hmm. If I'm playing with somebody and they're brand new, I'll ask, hey, do you feel comfortable with me giving you aftercare with checking in? If not me, do you have somebody? Making sure that there is something in place. If they say, no, I don't, well, before we do anything, can you find somebody that you feel comfortable with that with?
That ought to be the norm, for sure.
And I was going to say...
It is not, but it should be.
I was going to say, Bug Baby, would you feel comfortable with a check-in that was your pickup partner saying, hey, check in with your dom?
That's kind. That'd be a good thing to talk about first.
I feel, that would be better than just hey, how are you? Because like I said, I feel like I'm taking space in their life where I don't feel like I have earned that space. And I know.
Well, you're presuming thinking for someone else, and that's like and I have no fucking right to talk over here. It's like going into it in a way where maybe you're already setting the dominant on like a playing field that's unfair to them because they're giving you their time and
willingly.
So you have to, I think, find a way to at least accept that they would not be spending their time. They shouldn't be spending their time in a scene with you if they're not willing to do the part that takes care of the toy.
Yes.
Whatever that looks like.
Logically, I get
whatever that looks like.
I understand it here in the head, not here in the heart, though.
You should probably, I should probably too, talk to the top in question before playing. I think that would be kind of just awesome. And even though we're talking about simple, low entry things, that could be a bank of suggestions for actionable steps to take to help support if there's like a pretty severe drop or something like that. These are good strategies for anyone in any dynamic, and they could just look different. So I don't know, in my head I'm sitting here like, oh, this looks fun, I want to make like a little bank.
Hey listeners, if you have something that's like that, like a nice little flow chart that you're aware of, feel free to send that to gothampresspodcast@gmail.com. We do have an email address as well that I check on a regular basis.
Good to know.
I think when it comes down to it is that the only way to accept something is to keep telling yourself it, even if you don't believe it. It's just put it on your affirmations. I'm worthy of their time. And tell yourself that. And tell yourself that. And tell yourself that.
And listen when other people say it.
Instead of fighting back when they say it, you can just be like, okay.
And that's what I, like, honestly, that's what I do most of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Because some people try to argue when you say nice things to them.
Pua. Why would you do that?
Pua, be better.
Pua's a bitch.
Pua, you're supposed to be helping Pariah be better. So you can be better.
So Kat,
rude.
Yes, my sister.
What does it take for you to choose to lead someone?
Oh, there was another part of this question. We've answered so much. Say it again, please.
What does it take for you to choose to lead another person? What do you need from a right side slasher to feel comfortable and confident in taking charge?
Even though you asked me a while ago and I started thinking about it, we got distracted and all the thoughts I had kind of went out. But from the top of my head, kind of some of the things you said. Communication. Got to make sure that I can talk to this person, that I feel comfortable talking to this person. Make sure that they feel comfortable with me being able to communicate back and forth. Somebody I can be honest with. Somebody, again, a lot of the things are going to be like the same but coming back. Like I want to be able to feel like, hey, they can be honest with me, at least to some degree. Somebody that I understand that the going premise is that I collect brats. It is not a thing that I've gone out of my way to do. But even with that, it's still a matter of, if I'm going to be leading somebody, I need somebody that's willing to be led. Like I understand sometimes you have to push a little bit to get there. And I understand that. But if it's somebody that's like, oh, well, they're just going to fight me at every step of the way, that's not somebody that I can really see myself being with or playing with. Because like, hey, if I have to fight every single day, every single moment for this, that's just stress at that point. You know, a little bit of fighting, okay, hey, but show me that you're willing to be led. Trying to come out with like some great grand thing, and I just don't have it.
Well, I think you touched on one that was important that I was curious about too, is just the flip side of that is helpful too. What are your red flags? Where are you like, that's not even good for pickup play, that's not someone I want a deeper dynamic with, like what, they're not ready, I'm not ready, we're not ready.
Let's see. Real quick, gonna get to that, but real quick, what you all were saying before, as far as, well, especially what Station was saying, she had heard good things about me from the community. If somebody's brand new, obviously they don't have that
Credit history.
Yes, that history of, oh, hey, they're a good person. But just because they're new doesn't mean they haven't talked to somebody else. Oh, hey, I talked to this person. They seem like they're pretty cool. Or, hey, I talked to this person. They seem kind of standoffish a lot. Those little things of, I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna give my own opinion. But at the same time, it's like I check with other people to see, hey, is this a person that I can really see myself playing with? Is this a person that if I just also when we have our negotiation, like before any sort of play, we have a negotiation. I was like, hey, here are the choices that I have, and they're like, oh, well, I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that either. It's like, okay, well, what do you like? Well, I don't think you really have what I like, but I guess I'm willing to. Nope. Okay, I don't have what you have, what you're looking for, and that's okay. You will find somebody that does. I'm not the person for you, and I'm okay with that. I don't have to play with everyone, and not everyone has to be able to play with me. We have that conversation, we have that negotiation, and if it works out, great. If there's even a matter of, hey, you know what, I haven't done that, but I'm willing to try with you, that works too. We'll try it out and see what happens. But because I've had it happen before, where it's like, we're not going to work. It's like, well, why not? And that's the difficult part, is that conversation of why not. But you have to be able to say that, look, this is what you're looking for, and while I understand that's what you want, that's not what I can give. And if I know somebody, I am happy to say, what you want to do is you actually want to talk to XYZ person and ask them, because they have that skill set that I don't have. And I hope that you have a great time with them. But yeah.
It sounds like almost coachability and a positive slant towards things.
I try.
What you're really looking for, though, too, in a play partner. And it's a great way to kind of put it out there, though.
Yeah, I do my best. I fail a lot, but I'm okay with I keep trying. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that particular question.
I think we kind of went through a lot of what the other points were, though, too.
Yeah, like I'm looking at them like,
Did we touch on a bunch?
I think we really did.
Yeah.
All right, yay. We touched on everything. All right. Ooh, I saw that. Listeners, what you didn't see was somebody touched somebody across the table, and it was so hot.
She literally stroked my arm with her fingertips. I appreciate it, and I enjoy her touch.
There we go.
but we were just having a discussion about honesty here, so full honesty, she reached out and like stroked my arm with her fingertips. That's it.
You know, to some people that is.
Oh, sorry.
She wants to be stroked now.
See, to some people that is more than enough.
For some people.
This is what we call the wave. The stroke.
Okay, so yeah. So in that case, are we going on to the struggles? Or no, was that was the one
we're going to skip over that one.
We're going to skip over that one.
Good.
All right, so let's see. Did we finally get any more listener questions? Let's find out.
No, it's the one from Transmask Mittens, and I think we technically answered it during our game discussion.
Have you ever tried the weird sex card games?
Yeah, we did.
Obviously, yes, we did.
Oh, but you know what? One game that I know you and I have played in a party setting was the Sexy Jenga.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah.
Yes, Sexy Jenga was fun.
I would recommend that. I think that is a good party starter. It did go on a little long, but I think with a crowd of people that's more comfortable, I think the game could have ended sooner.
Oh,
yeah. All right, let's see. What else do we have then on the docket? The fetish of the episode. Fetish? Who does fetishes these days?
What's fetishes?
So I got on like the Wikipedia list of fetishes, and I just kind of like scrolled through this one.
And what is this one?
I'm going to use my best linguistic knowledge to say this correctly, but I think it's forniphilia.
That sounds right.
Like furniture.
Like furniture.
It's spelled with an O. So forniphilia, it's a sexual desire, preference, enjoyment, where individuals take on the role of furniture or transform others into such objects through the use of bondage, positioning, etc. And it can be things like chairs and tables and footrests, but also like lamps and coat racks, which I didn't know.
Yeah, that's objectification for the more layman's term, I guess.
It's like quite literal objectification.
Yes.
Which I'm into. That's why my primary role I have listed as toy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different kind of objectification.
Yes. You are a fun toy to play with.
Yes, and that's my goal. That's what I enjoy. But also this idea, like, the idea of being like, I don't know, kneeling on the floor and having somebody put their feet up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not opposed to that.
I've done that. I've done it actually at a play party before. It was me and another dominant were kind of sitting there. He had his feet up on his bottom. Oh, his submissive.
I was about to say that's very flexible.
His submissive. And my submissive at the time kind of looked and was like, come on over. And she got down and we just kind of sat there and chilled and talked while, our footrests sat and talked with each other and just kind of down there beneath us. Like, they're just having a good old time down there.
See, and I'm interested in sort of the overlap that I can see with other things, because one, that's a form of service.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping your dom be more comfortable. There's the objectification aspect of it. And to me, it also brings to mind, like if you're getting into gore and the pose is there, or there's a ritual to it, and then there's a challenge to yourself to maintain the pose. So I think what I find interesting is all the different aspects to this and what it entails.
Yeah, the gore stuff, even though I know of it, I've never actually looked into it. Like, I know there's a whole bunch of different poses that can be done, should be done, or supposed to be done for varying reasons and spaces.
Well, I suppose it'd really be submissive poses for any high protocol dynamic.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't have to be gore specific.
One day I will get into high protocol things. One day.
High protocol's hot.
I agree.
I like the idea. That's not my main thing. I like little acts of service, but not. I don't know. That just was too much. It seems like.
Yeah,
and that's the right headspace, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, and no, you shouldn't try to push.
Right.
Nobody should try to push. Hey, you have to do this. You have to reach up to this point to be, really kinky or something. Like, no, whatever level of kink they are, that's their level of kink, and that's okay.
There is no one way.
No one-to way.
There is no one way to be kinky. There is no one way to be any of these labels we've been discussing.
So, rest your legs up on your bottom. Get flexible.
Although I do have to say that when I first read this kink, the name of it, it made me think of a whole line of smut where they're fucking objects. Like they fuck a door in one of them and they fuck a fork. And I'm sure there's other ones. The fork one is the Navy SEAL, this Navy SEAL group of men are cursed into cutlery, and the only way they can be turned back is if they're fucked with.
So
I haven't read it yet. I'm intrigued.
That sounds horrific.
I'm so scared.
Hold on. There's
fucked with the handle, not the tines.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Here's the thing. I have a friend that she is very much into the smut.
Yeah.
And there was 1 year, maybe 2 years ago now, that she was really into where this woman had a full-on relationship with a door.
Yeah, Unhinged. That's one of the things I was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, you get into the smut side of book talk, it gets kind of crazy. But I'm more into the monster fucking things, but that's a whole other interesting aspect too.
So
but that made me think of that but it's not
quite the same.
So I'm here is whenever we have our monster fucking episode, we're gonna have to invite you on.
I mean, I'll be here.
You're like,
ooh, you should get a group together for a smut episode.
fun.
I do miss the story nights. Those were fun.
There were story nights?
You bring like the things that you had written, like erotica, and everyone would kind of be like in a lifestyle discussion sort of format. And if you would care to share, you would just kind of
Read your
bring it up.
smut.
Kind of like an open mic night thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would
It
be
was fun.
cool.
Yeah, we used to do that on those mythical fifth Saturdays whenever we would have one. But nowadays we have so many communities out here that it's not just everybody's got things to do. Though, of course, I'm sure we could find a way to kind of sneak it in.
It would be a fun podcast episode, though, too, to feature people who've got some smut to read.
So we're just going to have Thief host that one.
He gets started immediately.
What was that?
Nothing.
Well, what was that?
Nothing.
Oh, please.
Dripping. You're
Oh.
gonna have to clean off the chair she's on.
His voice is so hot.
Please.
He does. I've been in a group text with him where he sent like audio messages, and I was like, I understand why Kayla is so into his voice.
Repeat that with my handle.
Yeah, I realized it right as I said it, and I realize I understand now why Pariah is so into his voice.
My best days are when he sends a ton of voice notes.
So what she's saying is those are the days where nothing actually gets done except for her.
No, she has to do the mopping too.
Depending on where she is, she may just leave it for somebody else to clean. Oh. Did we enjoy our objectification talk?
Yes.
Did we have any more thoughts on that?
It would just stress me out. Honestly, I'd be afraid that I was going to drop something or fuck it up, and I couldn't hold a position like that, like for an extended period of time.
Depends on which position it is.
I would still have to shift a lot.
I can't think of any position I could hold for longer than like 10 minutes.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys see us even on the little the horse where you like sit down. Like it doesn't matter how soft or how hard we're going. I'm moving every little bit between aches and pains and just fidgety because I know that.
Oh my God, why am I thinking of this now? So at some point, not me, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it justice even if I try. We need to have a Beauty and the Beast party where people that come as the different things in the castle.
No, I just want everyone to be the Beast.
Disney and Rice.
Disney will. I say,
Beauty, sorry.
yeah, I've never read Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, it's so good.
I've heard from many people,
That
but I was thinking more the Disney where you have all the people that were turned into different objects in the castle.
I think we go with Disney or Katie Roberts.
What?
She did the Disney
Was it the
villain.
Twisted
version? Twisted Villains and the
Sorry.
I don't know, the one with the Greek mythology. And she wrote the Jafar.
Which I still need to
That's
read.
the one.
I still need to read that. I own it. I still need to read it.
Oh, it's got a beautiful little takedown CNC scene as the opening.
Okay, listeners, I think we've reached a certain point in the episode now where I'm going to start with Stage Toy. Any final thoughts to the episode?
Oh, the episode, right. Kink responsibly, but kink in your own way.
Okay. Look, baby. About the episode.
So many thoughts right now. Hey, that's
Juggling
not
titties.
fair. That is not.
What are your last thoughts, Book Baby?
Lovely titties. Oh my. Oh my. What is going on here? What's with all the titties out right now?
Okay, titties.
Titties all around the table right now,
That's my
listeners.
last thought.
Yes, titties. That's my last thought.
So, well, just to let you know, the
Delightful.
second ever episode of this podcast is called Yay Titties.
Yes, it
That was
is.
our original group name.
The
Tit-tastic
Tit-tastic Trio.
The Tit-tastic Trio. Nice. Oh, wait, what's the current name?
Bottoms up.
All right, so listeners, this was Captain with Bottoms Up. So now then, let's see here. Pariah, final thoughts?
What? I really like beef swords.
Final and
about
only
the episode.
That's my thought.
I mean, she can say about the episode. There are many episodes that have these voice on it.
It's her final and only thought at the moment.
It is.
I think she's having a moment right now.
And I love to watch.
I love him.
I want to listen.
Oh no.
And listeners, this is your captain with his final thought. This was a great episode. I got so many titties today. Yes. Listeners, if you are trying to get into your... I'm sorry, did Pua have a final thought too?
Titties.
Pua and Boba both have final thoughts.
Final titties.
Final titties. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Titties.
That too. Always titties. Listeners, if you are, I had a particular thought. What was it? Let me look at the list again. No, not the movies. No, not the games. Labels. If you feel that a label does not fit you, that's okay. There's so many to choose from. If you want to have a label, but you want to have your own spin on it, that's okay too. You may have to explain a little bit more to somebody, but that kind of comes with the territory. Just to make sure that whatever label you're using feels right to you. And as far as DS, have those conversations. They can take a long time. They're worth it, I promise you.
Subbies with broken brains are usually really fun once you get through the scar tissue.
Yes. All right. And with that, thank you for listening to the Gotham Press podcast. We are out.
Bottoms up.
You all have a great time.
I did. That was fun.
I'm glad you all enjoyed. Ooh,
You're going to have so much editing to do.
Oh, I know.
I'm A-okay with this. I'm A-okay with it.
Sorry about that.
What are you sorry for?
I don't know. I'm sorry about everything.
You're
All the
all.
time.
You did just fine.